Hey guys, so today I want to give you a updated, video on what Pharaby is eating. So y'all know she eats a wide variety of stuff, not just one thing, and I also cook for her. So this is everything that we purchase that she's eating. Like I said, with the exception of the food that I make for her, and that recipe is pretty much the same. I switch up the vegetables, but everything else is the same. Sundays. So these are our empties. We have one in the freezer and we actually have some on order right now as well. Things I love about Sundays is human grade. They have a bunch of flavors. So they have turkey, beef, and chicken. This is air dried, so it's gonna be, it kind of resembles like a jerky look. It breaks easy. It's not a jerky, like it's not hard to chew or anything. So you can just kind of break them like, I mean, seriously, super easy. So I don't know, I was not trying to crumble it. Okay. So it's not gonna be a big deal if you have like a little dog. Pharaby really likes it. I think it's one of her favorite things that she gets, isn't it? Things I really like about Sundays is it's human grade, it's air dried, so it's gonna retain all of the nutrients and it's not gonna lose any of that with the cooking process, which I really, really, really like. The other thing that I really like is we don't have to do anything to prepare it. You just have to pour it out, like open the bag and empty it into the bowl, and that's it. So that's really awesome for whenever I'm busy. I love that. Sundays has sent us free food from time to time, so we do have an affiliate link for them. If you are new to Sundays, I believe you get 50% off your first order. They also make a probiotic supplement that Pharaby really likes. I love their little bags. Aren't they the cutest? Like, it just looks like Barbie food for dogs to me. Like, it reminds me of whenever you're little and you have like the play food bags for your dogs. It looks like this. That's what it kind of reminds me of. This is the Simple Food Project. This is the bison recipe. This is an empty. This is the duck and trout recipe. This is what she's eating now. They have a ton of flavors and you can get a little variety pack. You see it's very, very small. But you can get a little variety pack and see if your dog likes it or not. I've made notes on the back of it for which one Pharaby took longer to eat. Beef and salmon wasn't her favorite, but she liked the other ones. And it wasn't that she didn't like it. It was just that she ate it slower. So I felt like it wasn't, as enticing. They have even more recipes than what I have here. By the way, they do not know who I am. I have tagged them on Instagram in our stories, but they haven't responded. We purchased this stuff on Amazon ourselves. I have it linked in our Amazon store. The thing I like about this brand, there's a few things I like about this brand. Number one is human grade. That's the first thing. The other thing, they have a ton of flavors. So you can rehydrate this. You can also feed it dry. So I like that too. There's actually like different types of little fruits and berries and things in there too that you can see, depending on the recipe, depends on what it is. But we've liked it enough. We purchased another big box, but I forgot and threw the box away. But we purchased, I think, a chicken one, and then, like I said, these. So I like it. We've been using this for most of this year, so very happy with it. I would repurchase, and I do. Next thing she's been eating for dry food is these, and I have bigger bags that I've been purchasing. I just haven't saved all those. I just want to show you the variety that we've tried. So this is the one that we've been purchasing a lot. This is from Honest Kitchen, and this is their chicken and oat food clusters. We have tried their regular grain-free chicken food clusters and the beef food clusters. I have decided that I like to do the chicken and oat better because there's a lot of times that Pharaby doesn't get any grains anywhere else, and I know that's not a necessity for them to have grains, but I'm a person who just thinks a wide variety is really good, and I feel like having just a little bit from all the food categories is a good idea. The other thing is the chicken and oat recipe, because it is not grain-free, it's gonna be a little bit less expensive than these other ones, and I just feel like since she has a variety of food, this is a good addition to that variety. They do not know who I am at Honest Kitchen either. I have tagged them a million times. Also, no response, but this is available on Amazon. This is also human grade, which is something I like about Honest Kitchen brand, and that's why I use them, is because it is human grade, and of course they do have a variety of stuff. The other thing we're using from Honest Kitchen is their bone broth pour overs, and I use these a lot for lig mats. There's actually, I think there's one left. Yeah, there's one left. So they're just little packets like this, and you can get them in a box on Amazon. I only have one of these left, so I can't show you ingredients on all the flavors, but this is this one. Last but not least is Just Food for Dogs. They have frozen and pantry stable meals like this. These are wet food. They are human grade. We like them a lot. She's been using these since for sure last fall. We have these on Amazon. They have sent us food before, but we've also purchased from them. It's human grade, no preservatives. These are cooked food. These are called shelf stable or pantry stable, so they're little boxes. And this would be really good if you're traveling or something, your dog needs to have fresh, like wet food. This would be cool. They also have frozen ones. Pharaby has had all the flavors. I think she likes everything. I don't really have a preference over any of the flavors, to be honest. I don't really care. I just kind of let her pick. These come in a ton of flavors too. You can get them with like just one flavor, but we always get the variety pack because, you know, I like to give Pharaby a variety. This brand also makes treats, and they're single ingredient treats. And so Pharaby has had those. I don't have the empty package to show you, but she has had those and really liked them. This is everything she's eating right now. So anything I showed you in the past, we are not using that anymore. There's no real reason for that. It's just that we've rotated. Well, actually there is. So we stopped using the kibble we used to use because Pharaby was calling it potty kibble or potty food or something. And I realized that it wasn't human grade, and so I just didn't buy it anymore. And the same thing with the other freeze-dried raw that we were using consistently. It wasn't human grade, and I didn't realize that. It said humanely raised, and I guess in my brain I was like human, and I didn't even think like humanely is not the same thing as human grade. So we stopped using that. I just feel better about using all human grade products with her. But anyway, we switched to everything I showed you here. The only thing I didn't show you here is the homemade food that I make her, which it's in the freezer. But I will link the video where I actually showed you what I do. Everything I showed you with the exception of Sundays is in our Amazon store, and then Sundays we have a special affiliate link where you get 50% off, and it gives me some type of commission too. I can't remember what it is. So the way that all this food gets used at our house and how she has such a variety, typically wet food, so that's gonna be like this, or the wet food that I make is gonna go in topples. That's typically what goes in a topple always. Pour overs, also sometimes remnants from these containers go in lick mats, and then these get frozen, so that's how that gets consumed. So food like Sundays and also the Honest Kitchen, the dry Honest Kitchen, that typically goes in puzzles and also fancy bowls. This too. And so I just let her pick, and then sometimes I will let her pick, like, do you want this or do you want, you know, sometimes I'll be like, what thing do you want? And I'll give her a choice like this and just hold it up and let her pick. So I hope y'all enjoyed seeing what Pharaby's eating nowadays. If I change anything again, of course I'll do another video. I felt like it was time because I don't think that we even use any of the stuff that was in the other video anymore. I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Bye.